Imwe, who printed our new banknotes? No, this is a serious question. Who printed our new banknotes? Because since independence, the Zambian people have always known who has been printing their banknotes. Mbapa banknote, Thomas Delarue, you will see. But for the first time, the new banknotes we have today do not have the company that printed the banknotes. And as a concerned citizen, I must ask. Let's get into it. Now, before I continue, I would like to say that every piece of data in this video is public information, and my primary sources are Wikipedia and parliament.org. There is no critical information like the cybercrimes bill would have to say. Also, I shall make sure I follow this Article 19 of the United Nations, which says I have the freedom of opinion, expression, and I can impart my information and ideas through any media regardless of frontiers. Let's get into it. So I decided to do some research on the history of the Zambian kwacha on Wikipedia, and I must say it's a very well detailed history of how our banknotes have changed over time. So let's get into it. Now, when you get into the kwacha's history, starting from 1968 all the way to 2012, it's been clear on who's been printing our money. Like, look at this. First issue in 1968. The company that printed our money is Thomas Delarue & Co. Limited. And the second emission from 1969 to 1973 was again Thomas Delarue & Co. Limited. And when you get into the third issue of 1974 all the way to 1976, we changed the printing company to Bradbury Wilkinson & Co. Okay? So basically, there has been transparency on who's been printing our money until now. Now, there is something that I want to show you that is very, very interesting. Check this out. So I stumbled upon a ministerial statement from 2011 that was made by then Finance Minister Honorable Alexander Chikwanda. He was basically explaining what the process is when they were rebasing the currency, if you remember. Let's get into this PDF statement. You can find this on the Parliament website. Let's go. So this is the ministerial statement that was made by Honorable Alexander Chikwanda, and as you can see, the date is there saying 9th December 2011. So let me just read this part I have highlighted so that you can understand. Mr. Speaker, for the 2010-2012 period, a tender was floated using limited bidding method and 12 companies submitted bids. After tender evaluation, a German company, JSEC and Deviant G&D, was awarded the contract to print both paper and polymer banknotes. Okay, so you've already understood there was a bidding that was done. Let's get further into the statement. Now, going further into the statement, it goes, the contract sum was 16,779,411 euros. Out of the amount, the Bank of Zambia has paid 12,450,709 euros for the quantities received for 2010 and 2011. The balance therefore stands at 4,328,701 euros. For the total quantity of banknotes delivered so far is 212 million pieces, while the balance of 116 million pieces will be delivered in 2012. Do you see how transparent they are? You can even read further. This is how transparent. We know there was a tender that was floated, 12 companies were bidded, and they picked one. Okay, we know how much we spent on the printing, and we know how many banknotes were printed. This is what we were all expecting. And then if you check your banknotes, the old notes, you will see on the corner. Let me show you. So let me use the 5 kwacha banknote as the exhibit. As you can see down there where I have underlined, there are letters that are saying JSC Goznak. This is a Russian printing company that was given a tender to only print 5 kwacha banknotes. So we have always known who's been printing our money for about, let's say, 60 years, okay? We've always known who's been printing our money. And if you see the ministerial statement I just showed you earlier, they've shown us what the procedure is and what goes on. But these new banknotes, we don't know how much was spent, we don't know who printed the banknotes, and we don't know how many notes were printed. Isn't that concerning? But in Ndelanda Kofi, let me know in the comment section why you think Bank of Zambia or the Minister of Finance or the UPND administration has not given us that information. Why they have kept us in the dark. Deuce.